Last night, I went to the family church, Celebrate Recovery, Friday nights, 7 o'clock, because Thursday night at Center Church, it was canceled because of the rain. And Jessica Newsome's the pastor there, and so she was going through the acronym ACTION. And I'm like, oh, I got to tell her about Females in Action. When I first started trying to get churches to adopt F3, Faith, Fitness, and Fellowship, which is for men that pray and work out. All right, I told her about it, and she was all excited, but I said, that's just for men. Well, then I found Females in Action. So after the service, I'm waiting to talk to her, and there's this lady talking to her about fitness and nutrition, and she's like going to get out of the way so I can talk to her. I'm like, oh, no, both of you. So I told them both about, Females in Action, and I sent a link via Facebook Messenger to Jessica, and we became friends on Facebook. So I'm looking through her Facebook page, and I saw a podcast of her talking about spiritual warfare and she mentioned boxers and MMA fighters, how they'll develop a strategy for their opponents. And I know Sugar Ray Leonard did it. Sugar Leonard was amazing at it. When I went to his training camp in '87, he told us all about how he developed a strategy, to get into Marvin Hagler's head. And this was like 6 months after he beat Marvin Hagler. And saw him doing the same kind of thing with Thomas Hearns. He just was a master of that. But most fighters aren't. Trainers and managers do that. Angelo Dundee, who happened to be a manager for Sugar Ray Leonard, maybe that's where he picked it up from, used to go, when he signed a fighter, he would go watch him train, and then he would tell the trainer some things he wanted to work on. Then he would go match that guy with somebody that was comparable to what he was having him work on, and then in the corner he'd direct him. Well, Roy Jones Sr. had me fighting a guy that was really fast hands, and taught me. All I did is work on a check hook, and that's where you step back, but you leave your hands there, and you turn over. All right, and so when I saw that guy was really fast hands, but he had a tell. He would do this before he threw his right hand. So as soon as I saw him do that, I would just bang, and I beat him to the punch every time. Okay, so Jessica's totally right. All right, but our trainer is God, Christ, through the scriptures, and so the way that the devil dealt with Job, right, is how Christ saw how he dealt with Job, so Christ knew how to deal with him on earth. Okay, he couldn't resist. The devil couldn't resist. Okay, so I'm reading the Message of the Cross by Jimmy Swaggart, and because Christ had no sin, had no original sin, where there's sin, there's death, but where there's no sin, there's no death. Right? And the devil couldn't resist, and he took him anyways. And because he broke the rule, now he becomes subordinate to Christ. Christ is over him because he sinned against Christ. Now Christ has rule over the devil. Okay? So that's why when we say, in the name of Jesus, I rebuke you. So Jessica's totally right. But what's really awesome is our trainer is Jesus and God through the scriptures, okay? Because he's all been played out, all right? It's all been, before us, okay? That, how to deal with him, okay? The devil is a liar and a faker, and the only power he has is what we give him, okay? And through deception and fear and anxiety is how he gets us to compromise. He gets us to get off of our direction and sin, right? But through Christ, we are redeemed because Christ had no sin, and we believe in Him, and we are covered. Okay, but that was awesome what she was saying, and it goes right into what Michael Caballero and I are working on with using real military tactics in spiritual warfare, which we're working on, and I can't wait to put it out. But Jessica's right in line. Like minds, great minds think alike, right?